recipe today that we are making. We make when we don't have that much time, so it's a quick and easy recipe.
Yeah, and you still want to eat healthy. Very simple ingredients. You can use the canned chickpeas. That's what I'm using actually. I just drain them in the cold water and rinse them one time. And these are 2 cans, small cans of chickpea. If you want to boil your own chickpeas, you can do it like soak them overnight and just use the pressure cooker or instant pot to boil them. If not, because we are doing instantly, so I'm using the canned chickpeas, washed, drained and rinsed. And what I'll be using is a bouillon liquid like this. If you don't have one like this, you can use that dry nor mix, some tomato paste, a chickpea masala, which is easily available in Indian stores. It's a mixture of some spices and Himalayan salt. And if you don't have this one handy with you, what you can use is use some onion powder and some garlic powder and some fresh ginger if you want to. Basically what we are trying to do here is cutting off our time, not chopping any onions or garlic or anything. So what I'm gonna do is, I have this boiled water already done. I'll be adding only a little bit of this right in the bowl. So you see, it's because it's like this, it's thick. You can use the dry one too. This one is so handy. You should always have this one in your fridge. Makes so many. And now because we are using this kind of spices, we don't want to add more salt. So make sure that you don't go heavy with the salt, right? A little bit of tomato paste. Almost 2 tablespoons. And pink salt, sea salt, or any salt you want. And just mix it together. And this water is already boiled. So
interesting.
basically the gravy is ready right in there, because the bouillon already, like, they have the flavors of garlic, not just flavors, like dry garlic, dry onions, that's what they have in them, right? And almost a cup and half of water. Don't add too much water, because we're not gonna be making too much gravy. It's just light gravy. And that's it. Let it soak. Not soak, like let it sit for 5 minutes until it absorbs the water flavors. And in the pot now, add some oil. Put some oil in the pan or pot, whatever you're using. Any oil is fine. And now we are just adding the ready to use chana masala, or you can make your own, keep it in airtight container. They are the mixture of some spices. So I added 2 tablespoons. Don't bring the stove too high. So basically what we are doing here is not overcooking the spices. Add a little bit of chili powder. And that's it. As soon as you smell that, don't burn. Just slightly. And that's it. Add your mixture. Now, if you want to keep spices little less, you can add only a tablespoon of chana masala or
Smells good.
red chili powder. Simple, easy. And now what else I'm gonna be adding in this one, in this bowl is just some ginger paste. It's gonna add some nice flavor to it. Once it starts boiling, put the lid on top and let it cook in the gravy for at least 10 minutes. Okay, so it's been like 2-3 minutes. 2 more ingredients if you like to add, if you have them handy, this is clove powder. This is gonna give nice fragrance to the dish. And this is dry fenugreek powder, which is kasturi methi. This is the secret ingredient, especially for any chickpea recipe. Mix it together. And now let it boil and cook for another 7-10 minutes, depends, like, because the canned chickpeas are a little bit harder versus the other chickpeas if you boil them yourself. So that's why we're gonna let it cook for at least 10 minutes. So it's been 6 minutes now, and you see it's already thickened. The gravy is nice and smooth. And at this point, what you want to do is just take some chickpeas, mash them right in there. This will make the gravy more thick. So I guess we need another 2 to 3 minutes and it should be done. Now, if you want it totally dry, you can do that. Just let the gravy evaporate. But if you want to pair it with rice, you want to keep some of the gravy. Now, another thing you asked me is, what if you don't have this one handy? If you don't, simply just use the Channa masala, and the way we put the water first, and then this, instead of doing this, you just add the vegetable broth, ready to use vegetable broth, and tomato paste, the way we added this and the water. So the meaning is, there's so many ways to quickly make a meal.
Yay.
Okay, so the chickpeas are done, the dish is done, and we made some rice. You can use rice, you can use naan, pita, whatever is handy. And if you have some green leaves, meaning cilantro, parsley, any herb, and also we'll be serving it with some pickled onions.
Looks so yummy.
How quick this dish is. 15 minutes. Like, if you have everything handy, hardly takes any time.
Can't wait to eat it.
Yes, please. Enjoy.
Yay!